Okay, so this is part 2 of this video, and this is how to cut a watermelon. Or how I cut a watermelon, because I'm sure there's plenty of ways to do this. Some things before starting. I had this set up where I have the trash is here, and the thing that so one thing you're gonna want to do is, you're gonna get pieces, you're gonna have the rind afterwards, and I actually like to put the rind in a separate bag before putting it in the trash, because what you don't want is, or you want to try to avoid the trash leaking once once you're ready to take that out, because that is it's just going to get all over the place. It's sticky and it's disgusting. So I actually put the rind in. This is just a bag from Costco for something else that I bought, but so it's good to have that ready. And let's see. So there's two knives that I use. One is this, which I'm not sure what the name of that knife is, and this, which I believe is called a boning knife or something, amusingly enough. And you're going to want these to be as sharp as possible. So I actually have this, I got this knife sharpener from Amazon. The brand is called Smith's. So you want these as sharp as possible, which actually is counterintuitively, it's actually much safer than having than using knives that are not extremely sharp. So there's that. Put this to the side. And then you're going to want to have, so this is what I use to put the cut pieces in. It's just a huge Tupperware, but obviously you don't have to use this particular Tupperware. Okay, so now you're going to want to wipe down you need to clean this off. And after you sharpen this, you have to sort of clean these off as well. So. Okay. And I've washed and I've kind of wiped the knives down also. So the first thing you'll do is you're gonna make a halfway cut. So right, and if you have a pretty sharp knife, then that's going to be very easy to do. But without a sharp knife, that is much more difficult. So that's actually probably the most important thing. Okay, so here you go, and this is, I think, pretty ripe. So I'm gonna take one half of this and put it in the fridge. So. Okay, that goes in the fridge. Okay, so now you have this half, and at this point, I'm going to put this up over here. Oh, and by the way, yes, you're going to need to wash your hands as well, which I have done already as well, just in case you're wondering. Okay, so now with this, you're going to cut this in half again. And then finally with this knife, you're going to cut just a little bit off the end of this. Like that. And like that. Right. Okay, now you're done with this knife, so I'm just going to rinse it off and put it away. Okay, now take this piece and just gonna use this other knife to cut the piece of watermelon out of that, right? And so now with these pieces, like this rind, I'm gonna just put that in the bag while I'm doing this, right? And then take this other little piece and cut that off there, like that. All right, now you can actually throw these into the Tupperware if you like. All right. Now with this piece, and this is why you need this knife. Well, you don't need this knife, but you know, something sort of like a very thin one, or a narrow one, is you're gonna take this and let's see, I'll do it this way. You're gonna just, you know, cut along the edge of it as well as you can, right? And do that from this side as well. All right, easy enough, right? Whoop. Okay, so there's that, and I'm gonna take that over here. The same with this. I'm just gonna do that way. All right. There you go. Right. That's this bag. It's done. So I'm going to put that in there. All right. Finally, you're going to make a sort of a kind of a crosshatch pattern, right? And let's do that with this one as well. Okay, and that's it. You just kind of fill up your Tupperware with these. And that is how I cut a watermelon. And then, and the other thing, I guess, that I forgot to mention is that it's useful to have a cutting board that has one of these things on the side here, like a little area for liquids to gather, so it doesn't overflow, because that's obviously not what you want. So, and then later when you take this whole thing, the cutting board by itself, to the sink, you can, there's a little bit of leeway because of this thing on the side, so that you don't get the watermelon liquid all over the place.